Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic, aka Railworks. And today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty well-known and famous face in the third generation Union Pacific GTEL, or gas turbine electric locomotive. This is the largest of the series, as well as, to my knowledge, Union Pacific's most powerful locomotive. Uh, if I remember correctly, this particular generation of gas turbine locomotive had the world's largest singular engine. It's either the world's largest placed in North America, but they have the most powerful prime mover ever installed in any North American locomotive. Yeah, there we are. Forming 8,500 horsepower from a single prime mover. These engines set a record that still stands today. So these things are huge, massive, giant. As I said, these are the third generation in a series of gas turbines that Union Pacific had been experimenting with. If I remember, they started in sometime, actually, I guess technically speaking, UP started playing with turbine technology before World War II even kicked off. And then, of course, World War II kind of brought a halt to development of the turbine. And at that time, it was a coal turbine. Had a myriad of problems. And UP actually ended up giving it back to GE. But after World War II, the idea kind of started to pick back up again. And with the end of the steam locomotive era, it really started to pick up. And Union Pacific started playing with gas turbines. And actually had some relative success. Turbines in and of themselves proved to be wildly inefficient at slower speeds. A turbine is, in essence, a jet engine. And, jet engines perform the best at high speeds, with high airflow. Something that doesn't do you a lot of good on a train, especially playing around in yards or slower routes and whatnot. Turbines proved to be a little more inefficient than Uncle Pete liked, but that didn't stop them, and they continued the development for quite a while, I believe until the 1970s, when they finally gave up on turbine technology. These were the biggest and the baddest of the lot, powerhouses, and I believe a handful of these actually still remain today. Now, this particular locomotive for Train Simulator Classic, I believe you have to pick it up in the Sherman Hill pack. This is not a separate DLC. However, Sherman Hill is old. The route itself in-game is very old, and it doesn't really come with any other content that I care to go over that I think is unique enough to bother with. So we're just going to be looking at the gas turbine, but do know that, if I remember correctly, you do have to pick up the Sherman Hill route to acquire this particular locomotive. As to who made it, I don't know. It's under the DTG tab for route scenarios, route builder and whatnot. It pops up under DTG's tab as UP turbine pack. I looked in Steam. The only UP turbine pack available on Steam is the DTM pack. I don't know if DTM had a hand in this one, or if this is a DTM model that DTG picked up later. I know it's an older model. Sherman Hill came out a long while ago, but it's not half bad looking. Now, it does kind of irk me that we're sitting here right now at an idle. The turbine's not running at all, and we have our really age-old F7 idle noise, but whatever, I guess. Overall model's not half bad looking. The texturing looks kind of cooked. I don't know why. It looks very flat. But it's not completely unheard of. These locomotives spent most of their time in out west, places like Wyoming, obviously where Sherman Hill takes place. Places like Wyoming, flatlands, the sun murders a paint job out there. Again, it is an older model, but there are some things that just still feel like there could have been better work done to it. This logo, for example, UP here isn't half bad. The Union Pacific lettering actually looks relatively decent, and then you look at the logo here and it's kind of blurry, kind of low res. The overall detail is actually pretty decent. Oh, these god-awful headlights I hate with a passion. I hate the flare thing. I don't like the neon white. It's just, I don't like the headlights at all. Color's alright. The detail is pretty darn good for how old this model is. 3D bolts, ladders, steps, and such. It's pretty cool. And I haven't yawned all day, and now that I sit down to do a video, I'm going to sit here and yawn and yawn and yawn. Because, why not, I guess. Now, in this particular set, there are 3 units. This set was sold only as a set to UP. So there's an A unit, a B unit, and a fuel tender. Now the fuel tenders, I believe on these, are actual new built tenders. They're not reused or anything of that nature. And, it doesn't look half bad. Exhaust for the giant turbine. So the A unit obviously contains your cab, and it would have contained a small diesel engine for moving the locomotive around in the yard. And I believe it contained traction motors, and then the B unit contains the turbine as well as traction motors, and then of course a fuel tank. And the locomotive carries a fuel tank as well. It is pretty cool. Let's hop in it. Now all of a sudden we got jet engine. Exhaust isn't that bad. Starting process and such. Number 1, truck power. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna wait for it. Step lights, headlights, backup light, gauge light. Gauge lights I actually like. I think they were pretty good. Horn. Brake. Emergency diesel stop. Independent brake. We'll get that one. We'll get that one. Side windows here. Window. Reverser, backup light, master switch, any use of it, control, fuel pump, flashlight, number light, cross, back door. Not all of it. Aisle lights. Turbine is very similar to a 7 or an E unit. Yeah, similarities. As far as the car body goes, the entire design is very similar. Massive unit. The really unique thing here is the sound. Because it's a massive jetty. Locomotives were equipped with Leslie S5TRF air horns on the cab roof. Later moved to the mid-radio section of the A units. Never heard that horn. Couldn't tell you if that was correct or not. Kind of quiet though. It's got an abrupt ending if you try to do a short horn. And it gets kind of quiet a little early. All of our lights turned on though. We got marker lights. Backup light. Yeah, I don't like light at all. I just like the way it just doesn't look good. Change the marker light colors with the U key. The lighting on this locomotive sucks. bell sucks. I'm understanding correctly, the RPMs don't really change on the turbine. It winds up stays at 1 RPM, and then your throttle effectively controls how much power is going to generate. Yeah, traction motors, which will determine how fast you want the power to be. So there shouldn't really be any change in sound. It is nice that you get a far more fine-tuned notch system on these. I have no idea what this box is. We're on the Arizona Divide week. Physics are... I already there. Wind down or build up of the load being put on. Instantaneous. Hold the throttle, away you go. Fill the throttle and that's out. Physics are not great. No idea how that works. Not bad. It's better. Sounds definitely better. And it sounds like a jet engine, right? Like a turbine, right? You get out here and it sounds like a SP-70. Top speed of these is like 65-ish mile an hour. That one goes up 120. This is why I chose the Arizona Divide. This is the flat range. up and goes that are pretty steady. Pop up 65 mile an hour. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Something a little different for me. I don't use this thing very often. Some people might enjoy it. It is unique. It's a cool piece of history. It's modeled alright in Train Sim. It's, again, an old model, so it shows its age in a lot of different ways. It could definitely stand to have some better sounds made for it. Without a doubt, could stand to have a physics remake. But the overall model is pretty cool. It's pretty decent. Again, I'm pretty sure you have to pick up Sherman Hill to get this model, so bear that in mind. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.